One of the most painful parts of having a maternal trauma, a mother wound, and especially if you've had a narcissistic mother wound, is that this person who has hurt you endlessly is also the person that there's a part of you that truly and fully longs for her. Because this part of you is still longing to have a mother. And maybe this part of you doesn't want the mother that you've had the way that she is. It still wants a mother. And it just happens so that the only mother that you know is this woman. Welcome to this series where I'm trying to break down this massively painful topic that is called having a narcissistic mother, which is the source of suffering for a lot of women. So I want to first normalize this contradiction, right? You know that this woman hurts you. She's unsafe. She's always triggering you. She's always treating you this way. She's always making you angry, but there's still a part of you that wants her approval, wants her softness, essentially wants her love and her mothering. And this is so normal, no matter how old you are or how intellectually you understand everything that happened. A child is wired to seek a mother, and your experience of a mother was so traumatic and unfinished, right? You didn't get mothered enough that you're still trying to do it. So all these unmet needs that you've had from her and the desire and the longing for her to meet you, to be kind to you, to love you, didn't just disappear because you became you grew up. They're still here and you're still trying to get her to meet them for you. In reality, this is also your psyche looking for repair. You want resolution. You want the original wound undone. You are hoping that if somehow, hopefully, you get her to see you and to be nice to you, this will correct all the times that she wasn't. And as an effect, how hurt you were because of how she treated you, right? And I don't know, you've probably been trying for a lot of years and you see that it doesn't happen. Even if it happens, it can happen for a moment and then it stops again. So, but you will still go back. You keep trying to explain yourself to her and you're still trying to, you try to give her words for her to understand you. You're just trying and you're trying and you're trying. But if you want to heal from having a narcissistic mother, you got to stop trying to get her to love you. And that is basically the first newfound devastation after the journey of being raised by her, is that no matter what you do, you will never make this woman love you and be kind to you, because that's not possible. And you know that this is not going to happen. So even if you crave for her and you want her to love you, the first sort of heartbreak that you have to deal with as an adult is that you can't go back and get your mother to turn into a good mother, but you can turn yourself into the mother that she never was and the mother that you actually needed. And now you're like, how am I going to do that? I wasn't even modeled how to be a good mother. I didn't have a good mother, so how can I be a good mother? Well, the first thing that you need to understand here is that everybody has the innate capacity to mother themselves in a very nice and loving way. That's the predisposition. But since you've been taught to hate yourself, that kind of got messed up internally. But what we can do after the event is reparent ourselves in such a way where we are rewiring, essentially, the way we treat ourselves. And how we do that is basically start revisiting our past through moments of trauma and giving ourselves the experience that we didn't get. That's core reparenting right there, and remothering. It's not just in the day-to-day being nice to yourself. You're so beautiful. I love you. The most important act that we will do is rescue the parts of ourselves that are stuck in the past, traumatized, based on what this woman has done to us. This is foundational healing work. This is the restoration process, internal restoration of instilling a good and loving and kind mother within that looks and sounds nothing like the mother that we had. This is the healing experience, and this is the experience that you go through if you were to follow heal. And this is the experience in general that we try to build when we are doing inner child work. But to give you a sense of a compass of how to be that woman, that mother to yourself, let's try to envision this woman first. And to envision her, based on your own system, we have to look at what your mother lacked in. This narcissistic mother. She lacked emotional maturity, right? She couldn't regulate herself, reflect, repair, nothing. She was just reactive and emotionally immature. She lacked empathy. No way of feeling with you or caring about your inner world and respond to your pain with humanity. She lacked attunement. She wasn't noticing, understanding what was happening to you. She had no sensitivity to your emotional needs. No self-awareness, no accountability, no emotional regulation, and no ability to truly nurture you, right? No compassion. She wasn't protective. She wasn't protecting you. She wasn't repairing with you. And this woman also had a lot of issues with, the way she approached the mothering wasn't through an inner sense of authority. She was just controlling to you, right? And this woman also had no ability to mother herself, obviously. So if you want to envision the kind of woman that you would need to be, it would have to be a woman that has those things that I just mentioned that your mother lacked. And particularly the things that you experienced more that she lacked, right? Maybe she lacked a lot of empathy and lacked sort of like the patience to sit with you and listen to you. These are the things that you are missing the most. And within the things that you missed out on the most, you need to cultivate those things for yourself. And the process that you will do that will be through inner child work, where you will listen to yourself. You will stop avoiding yourself. You will stop minimizing your pain. You will stop shaming yourself for still struggling because you should have been over it by now. You will stop doing what she was doing, basically. We have to replace. The inner mother that she instilled in you has to be replaced with the mother that you will cultivate from within by how you will recreate some childhood experiences internally and correct them. Give yourself a different experience of a good mother. So, to heal from the narcissistic mother, you need to become the mother that she couldn't, wouldn't, or didn't want to be to you. All done, and it will be a natural process as you heal your inner child. That little girl that asked too many times, why is she so unworthy, so bad, and so disgusting? And she asked this so many times that possibly now no longer questions it and just walks around this world believing that she was indeed unworthy, bad, and disgusting, so much so that her own mother didn't love her. But you will. Right? And by loving her and rescuing her, you'll show her that whatever happened to her was not because she was unworthy or not good enough or was disgusting, but it was because she was raised by a mother who was shaped by her own trauma, completely oblivious and righteous also about the trauma that she inflicted on you and the violence that she exercised, fully unaware of herself. And this woman was sadly unable to be kind to her own daughter. But hopefully, you will now be kind to yourself, regardless, and correct that experience. Because you deserve to know what it's like to be loved, to be protected, for someone to be kind to you, truly and genuinely kind, to support you, to listen to you. And I know you wish it would have happened back then from your mother, with your mother, but it didn't. But you still deserve to experience it. And you still can, through inner child work. I'll see you soon.